Hello, good evening. Welcome to my self-care resolution. Self-care resolution, 1 minute to self-care. Here we all are this evening gathering to talk about hair. Self-care and hair. This is about how to give yourself really good, thick, gorgeous, well-nourished hair in 1 minute a day. And we are going to be doing that using, of course, the Hayo'u comb. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me this evening. Without further ado, so this whole campaign that we're on at the moment is going on till the 21st of January, where every day I'm going to I will bring to life for you a major kind of concern that people talk to us about over and over again and give you 1 minute techniques that you can do that will make a massive difference to how you feel. And this is where the Hayo'u comb comes in, okay? Because the thing about the hair is that until these tools came into play, what you've got is loads of brands out there basically talking about sort of serums and moisturizers and sprays and shampoos, and I've suffered from thin hair. I've naturally got thin hair all my life. It's very fine hair and it has to be very well looked after to keep it the way it is using these products, okay? And so the thing is that I don't like using a load of kind of gloopy products into my hair because it ruins my hair and it just makes my hairdressing look like a complete mess all the time. It's bad enough as it is. So I don't want to be sticking serums into my hair because it just ruins the cleanliness of it. So there's two things to talk about today. One is the comb and one is the tapper. Now, I know that we are talking about similar products on a daily basis, but that's how these products work because they work with circulation. So let's talk for a minute about why is it that people's hair gets thin? Why does it thin? Why do you get bad hair days? Why does all this stuff happen? Well, the answer is circulation, okay? Because the stress response that takes the blood out of the skin and it puts it into the muscles for fight or flight. And when we're dealing with the head, what happens is there's tension up in the muscles that go over the scalp, okay? Because the fear and fright and tension and stress makes your hair stand on end. Like that with the muscles, which means immediately that all-important blood supply is not reaching the hair follicle. That is the first thing you need to know. Those hair follicles need to be bathed drenched in chi and blood, and the lifestyle and the stress response stops that happening. So actually, even before I talk to you about the comb, I want to talk to you about the tapper. Okay, just tap your head with the tapper. The easiest thing in the world, okay, head tapping. Not only is it really good for your hair, but it's really good for headaches as well. Not when you have a headache, obviously, but as prevention. Because what you're doing is by tapping, you're drawing the all-important chi and blood back up into the scalp, back up into the hair follicles. The minute those hair follicles are getting nourished, the hair looks good. The hair is at optimum length and it's an optimum kind of nourishment. So this is the first thing to do. 1 minute, just tapping the head. You can tap all over, you can tap here on the front, you can even tap your forehead just to go in. And the other good thing about hair tapping, okay, is that the tapper doesn't really mess up your hairstyle, because I was filming this afternoon, so got my hair sorted out before I started. And the minute I start putting the comb on it, it's going to start disrupting it, which is fine, because I don't mind doing that before bed, okay? You buy these on the website, guys. These are on the Hayo'u Method website, okay? They're all in the link tree as well. So just by tapping, it's £29, okay? Does massage have the same effect? Well, yes, but the thing is, we'll get to massage in a minute. The thing about the tapper is it's really easy. It's quick. Okay, because you're just allowing yourself to cover the whole surface area of the head in a very short period of time, okay? In like 1 minute flat, you've done the whole of the head. And it feels amazing. And you can go quite firm, but you can also go quite gently as well. It's just play with it. See what feels good, okay? Yes, we send to the USA. We deliver to the USA. We have loads of happy USA customers over Christmas. So just tap, tap, tap. And the thing about this is that the tapper also works for every single other thing that we've been talking about this week, okay? It works for stress, it works for tension, it works for pain, it works to help you go to sleep at night, okay? It works for all of these different things. Now, the other thing to know about the tapper, there's 2 reasons why your hair thins or you start to lose it altogether or you get bad hair days. One is that muscle gets contracted in the stress response, which stops the blood getting to the follicles. That's the first thing you need to know. It's £28, folks. It's a bargain. Lasts for God knows how long. I mean, I've had mine for ages. It lasts and it lasts and it lasts. It doesn't need batteries. It doesn't need charging. It doesn't need anything. It just works, okay? Now, the other thing, aside from the percussive technique, which is drawing the chi and blood up into the hair follicle, the other thing that bamboo does is that bamboo is cool to the touch. Now, in Chinese medicine, that's really important, because one of the other reasons why our hair thins and we get bad hair days, okay, is because we create heat in the body when we get stressed. When we get stressed and when we're working, okay, when you're doing anything at all in the body and you're starting to get illnesses or low-level symptoms, heat gets produced. In the West, we would loosely call that inflammation. In the East, we call it heat. Now, that heat goes up. It doesn't always. Some people's bodies do slightly different things to it. But in the main, that heat goes up in the body. And when the body is pushing it up to get it away from these organs, which are essential to the health and well-being of your body, as that heat rises, it goes up into the head. And then it gets stuck because there's nowhere further for it to go. So tapping the body, this technique pai sha, which is what tapping is. Pai is strike to create the flush. You're doing just what you're doing with gua sha on your skin, but you're using a different technique, a percussive technique for it to work, okay? And the thing is that bamboo is cool. So as you percuss, you're clearing the heat whilst you're tapping the head. So you're dealing with the problem in two straightforward ways. One, because you're allowing the circulation to get back into the surface of the skin to nourish the follicle. And two, you are clearing the heat. And the heat is creating the problem. The heat in men are hotter than women, so therefore their heat will burn the follicle completely and their hair will fall out entirely and they will go bald. With women, we are naturally cooler than men. That's why when we have sex, we need a little bit more foreplay than they do, because we have to warm our bodies up, okay? It's getting that heat moving. Now, in terms of our head hair, what that means is that our hair doesn't fall out quite as quickly as the male hair does, but it thins. The shaft of the hair starts to thin, and the hair starts to thin more slowly. So we do get thinner hair as we get older. It's a sure sign of aging, okay? And, oh, you love your tapper. I'm so glad. Your hair will age, okay? If you don't clear that heat will burn the follicle, and then the follicle will start to disintegrate, the hair will get weaker, and then it will break, and then eventually it will start to fall. The only reason ours doesn't fall out on the whole as often as the guy's hair does is because our body temperatures are cooler in the first place. It's a really useful thing to know. So striking the head gently is just really pleasurable. It feels amazing. Okay, we do it in Qigong every day and everyone's like, oh my God. And we look a bit crazy tapping our head, but who cares? You know, when I launched the jade crystals and we stopped press stroking our skin, everyone was going, what are you doing? And now look at them, the whole world taking over. I promise you, the tapper is the best thing. It works for so many different things, okay? There we go, baby. There, you get Jax, you've got what, two? You've got two, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. Thank you, I love that. Me too, okay? I have one here in my bathroom. I use my tapper on my body after my shower. My shower is right there, okay? This is where I created this brand, okay? The tapper I use on my body, dry skin after the shower, all over the body to energize the body, including the head, okay? And I do it vigorously in the morning, and then at night, before bed, I slow the whole process down, slowly, 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 to prepare the body for sleep, okay? Can you reverse the hair loss? It depends how bad it is, Pip. And what I suggest you do, Pip, is for anyone who wants sort of bespoke access to this content, Catherine, if you could put Katie _ the skin whisperer _ up onto the feed here. She is our head therapist. She'll be able to look at your hair and she'll be able to give you specific advice. If the hair has really burnt through, it's not a miracle work. It's not going to send you back to the age of 16, but it will massively strengthen the hair that's left. And also, the key to really understanding hair loss, all right, is about the kidneys. The kidneys are responsible for the hair on your head, so you need strong kidneys. If you're worried about your hair, and it's not just about thinning hair or general kind of headaches and that kind of stuff, if it's a deeper problem, download the kidney fact sheet on my Instagram, Katie Brindle, okay? And come and join my Qigong classes, because the Qigong will strengthen the energy of the body. Because what happens is the kidneys will draw, aside from the stuff that I'm talking about with the tapper, the kidneys will draw the energy away from the extremities of the body into the organ, because they need the energy. If you're getting burnt out, if you're burning the candle at both ends, if you're exhausted, okay, which means you're basically needing to strengthen the life force up into the body. So if you're really worrying about this, then you need to deepen the practice. We start on Hayo'u with the 1 minute message, because this is going to make a difference. It's going to improve things straight away, okay? But then if there's a problem, you need to go down to the next level. Okay, to join the classes, you just simply follow me, Katie Brindle. I'm the founder of Hayo'u, and at 8 o'clock every weekday morning I go live, and it will go live, it will pop up. But all of the classes are on the IGTV, okay? They're right there for you to enjoy. I do it every day. It is my self-practice, and by teaching it, I get to do it as well, and we all do it together, and it's really good fun, and I promise you it works. Also, come and have a look at Hayo'u Fit, our sister brand. That is the Qigong brand, okay? Because if you have strong Qi, which is life force, orbiting through your body, which you can create through the Qigong, it will naturally radiate through into your face and hair beauty, okay? I promise you. And in the meantime, clear the heat and get that blood circulation back up into the surface of the scalp, and you'll feel better. So the tapper is the first thing. Now, having got our heads around tapping the head, okay, the other tool, which is fantastic, is of course the comb, which is where I started, and then I jumped off into the tapper. So sorry about that, but here we go. Now, the comb is the same as the gua sha for the skin. So just as this jade crystal, okay, is going to get that lovely red flush up onto the surface of your skin. Now, the thing is, these channels and the circulation that you're engaging with on your face beauty here, they don't stop just because you've got a hairline, okay? The body continues, okay? These channels continue over the side of the head. They don't just stop. And the thing is that you don't need, the crystal doesn't work in the hair. It just doesn't work. It just feels odd, okay? Because you've got hair there, you need to use the comb. It's the same quality of product, but it's got a different shape so that you can start to take that gua sha technique up into the scalp. And this is a slightly deeper process. Personally, I hair comb at night. I find this the perfect time. I start at the top and I just take my hair. And then you just start, you're not combing the hair, you're combing the scalp, okay? Just allowing, there we go. Just allow that lovely gua sha technique to now get to work in the scalp area. You're going to do exactly the same on your hair as you're doing on your skin. It's the same technique, different implement, okay? And the great thing about this comb, so I'm just literally just allowing it. So I've got hair extensions at the back. So basically at the front, when you've got no hair extensions, you can just literally comb through like that. If you've got hair extensions, you just give it a little nudge like that. And you just work your way all over the scalp. I've got hairspray in my hair, so it's slightly sticky because I was filming. But basically, you just allow that to work its way through the scalp. And what you're doing is you're massively invigorating the scalp. Now, the tapper's quick. The tapper I do in the morning, it doesn't mess up your hair. Quick, we're in a hurry. At night, now that you've got a bit more time to look after yourself, just use the comb to work through the meridians of the head. They go, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one that comes around the side here. And the thing is, aside from the circulation and the heat and the blood, that you've also got these energetic channels that also want to be cleared. And by stimulating the scalp, you're doing as much for your hair thinning as when you look at these kind of Botox doctors and these amazing laser kind of places where they do all this incredible stuff. They're using something called platelet-rich plasma, which is this stuff that they take the blood out of your arm and they whip it and then they inject it back, and then they're showing you how the hair increases as a result. And I'm watching this stuff going, it's the same thing as this. That's the same. They're charging you hundreds and hundreds of pounds for something which you can buy for under £40 and just pleasurably massage your scalp on a daily basis. And you'll find Oh, you're doing it with me. Isn't it lovely? It's such a nice technique. It feels so relaxing and it's really good. It clears the mental energy. It's really good before sleep because it leaves the scalp feeling really zingy. It's like, oh, so good, so good, so good, so good. And then you'll find when you're doing it that you'll get these kind of breaths that come in where the body goes, oh, like that, because it feels so amazing, okay? It's such an invigorating feeling on the scalp because you're drawing all this lovely oxygenated blood and fresh nourished chi up into the scalp and just clearing it through the channels. It's so good before bed. It is, Catherine. I love it. It's really, really relaxing. It's one of the best things to do. And you just, even with my extensions, because I've got a few there, you can see them there. So here are some of my extensions, because I have very thin hair, guys. Look, this is from dieting, biological. My family, my mother had thin hair, my grandfather had thin hair, and then I did the Atkins diet when I was about 28 years old, and I absolutely mullered my hair with that diet, and it never recovered. Now, this has done wonders for basically restoring my hair to as good as I can get it to be. Okay, so I just literally take the little partition, just give it baby little flicks, just enjoy it. It's a massage, okay? It's a head rub. My kids, by the way, go nuts. So when we're watching Netflix, which at the moment is every single night, that's how we roll in the Brindle household, literally they take it in turns to lie on me on the sofa whilst we have mummy massage, and we have to divide up the amount of time we've got. I've got 5 children, so they each have to have a turn. And literally the various different tools that come out, the comb is the favourite. So you just literally give it a really nice, it feels so good. There you go, you use yours after you've been sitting at the computer. Exactly, it's such a brilliant technique. It's such a great tool. And if that's not enough, okay, with the comb and the tapper, these are body products. They work on the head, but they also work on the body as well. The comb is this one in this outfit. The comb, in case you missed the earlier techniques, is really good for fat and stubborn fat. Okay, you just comb in the shower along your wobbly bits, anything along here. You'll see that red flush. So proud of myself. I finally found something I can wear on camera, which actually means look, there's the red flush. That's what's going on your head. That's what will go on your cellulite, over your bum, over your thighs, over your lower abdomen. That's what you're doing, just 6 strokes in the shower, okay? So you can do your head at night, you do your arms in the shower, you go across the waist in the shower, over the upper thighs, over the bum, so like here, over the bum, down the legs, down here, up here. This is giving you this amazing circulation. It's so fantastic and it so works, okay? I need Kelly to set a timer. I do. I can't tell you the amount of squabbles that go on in my house over this comb. It's quite ridiculous, honestly. And there we go. So towards the shoulder rather than the right. So if you're using the comb, if you're doing the upper back like that, you're just flicking over like that, okay? But when you're doing the arm, you go down the inside and up the outside when you're following the gua sha, okay? It's slightly different because here you're just following the pain on the shoulder like that. Okay, but here you want to go down there because when you've got the arm up, you're doing this to the channel. You want the energy to go down the side of the arm and across the body. Can you see here? That's the sweep I do in the shower. Let me just take this thing off. Hang on. Oh, so proud of my new thing. Hang on. Oops, it's just hiding my. There we go. Right. So here in the shower, this is what I'm doing. I'm going from here and I'm sweeping it down across the abdomen. Okay, this is happening. It's this. Okay, and then across the bum, so taking it down the outside of the legs and the bottom here, and up the inside of the legs here, okay? That's what we're doing. So when we're on the arm, you're moving it down there, and then when you're on the back of the body, you're moving it more like that, okay? Because you're clearing the top of the shoulder, okay? So that's what you're doing. So that red flush that you can see there, that's what you're doing on your head. This is what you're doing. You're just allowing that circulation to rotate up. So that is quite a quick feat, to be honest, because it's kind of no more complicated than that. The thing to know is that these Hayo'u products it's all about 1 minute to self-care. This is all about to get started, to buy into a product that's going to give you, like a toothbrush, a really amazing benefit quickly. You're going to feel it straight away. okay? And that's what you need to do. There we go. Sorted your cellulite, dry brushing. Never did. No, dry brushing won't sort your cellulite out because it's just going to work on the lymph. It's not enough. The thing about gua sha is it's all about circulation, okay? The Hayo'u method, because I am the founder, okay? Because I understand how the body works, because of my professional, my qualifications, my passion, my life, my study, my everything that I love, I understand what the body needs. The first problem with the body when it gets sick is that the circulation gets disrupted right across the board. It doesn't matter what your condition is. The very, very first thing to go wrong with the body is the free flow of qi and blood gets disrupted. And the thing that disrupts it the most is the stress response. And the thing that disrupts it second is sedentary lifestyle. Okay, that is our lives. We are very stressed and we are very sedentary. And the trick is to allow that circulation to go back to where it was supposed to be, which is why the first thing you need to do when you're looking after your body is tap, because it's quick, okay? This tapper is brilliant. It's really, really quick. You can cover the whole of your body in 1 minute flat, which is why this brand is all about 1 minute to self-care. You'll have an impact in 1 minute. Then you use the comb. The comb in the shower is a fantastic tool to get to cellulite and wobbly bits and flobby bits and dry chicken skin and anything like that. In 1 minute in the shower, you can address this area, and the bum and the thighs. I promise you, I do it every single day. Okay, my cellulite has completely and entirely disappeared. I have no cellulite on my legs at all, and I am not naturally thin, okay? I am naturally overweight. And now I am naturally imbalanced because I practice what I preach, but I have had to work all of this out myself. Nobody taught me, nobody told me, no one explained it to me. I just snuffled it out by sheer obsession and determination and then worked it all out one step at a time. Having distilled it all down, we have brought it to you. So then these are the techniques. You can comb your scalp in 1 minute. If you do it every single night, if you've got thin hair or headaches, pledge to yourself to spend 1 minute for the rest of January, to just try it. Just try it for yourself. Let us know how you get on. I promise you, you will feel a difference straight away and you will start to notice a more ongoing, more profound difference over after a few days and weeks, okay? Comb in the shower, just water. Yes, you just use water. Just let the shower, I mean, obviously soap your body because you want to be clean, but the shower is the perfect time because it gives you the water, which gives you the slip. You just take your comb, zhung, 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 and you're done, okay? And then when you come out of the shower, tap the body all over with the tapper once you're dry, and then comb your head at night. Oh, I mean, you can comb your head in the morning. Personally, I prefer doing it at night. It's really entirely up to you. But the combing does slightly mess your hair up. So I'd rather do it in the evening when it's only poor old Mr. Brindle gets to look at me and I'm not on camera. Stiff joints is, you want to use the body restorer for stiff joints, okay? Now we were talking about tension yesterday, so I don't really want to go too much into it today, but just use the body oil and the body restorer is amazing for stiff joints. You can also tap the stiff joints, and anybody who's on this feed, please come and have a look at the Qigong classes, okay? If someone's on Hayo'u Fit, there is a free complimentary class for anybody who wants to give it a try. We are so committed to trying to help you this January. So try one of the flows, come in on my free class, try it. I promise you that the first thing that your body needs to get well is a good circulation. The second thing it needs to get well is good quality circulation. And life force, which is qi, is just as important as oxygen in your body. Okay, the life force is the thing that's keeping you alive. It's the thing that makes you tired when you don't have enough of it. It's the things that make you feel overwhelmed because you don't have enough energy to cope with the onslaught of life. And if you build your life force up by practicing Qigong, I promise you, you will feel better. I promise. I do it every day. I would not get up at 8 in the morning every day to deliver the class if it didn't do what I know it does, because it's amazing. And therefore, when you're really, truly embarking on a self-care message, which is what this brand is all about, is you start simply at the tip of the iceberg with a product which gives you a 1 minute benefit. Once you trust me, and you go, God, you know what, she's right, it's weird, that great crystal's amazing, and people start commenting on your skin or your hair or your weight or your silhouette or your energy levels, then you can start moving into the deeper thing and start doing the Qigong and come with me on the journey and take it deeper. The flow subscription is £40 a month for unlimited flows, and there's literally about, I'd say, minimum 40 flows a week. I myself teach 4 of the classes at lunchtime, 4 times a week. The next one's on Sunday. So if anyone's interested and they've not tried it before, join my flow on Sunday. We give you there's a free access to try the classes the first time, okay? There we go. Calps, you love how you fit. You're just a fabulous... Oh, thank you, Calps. Well, I'm very grateful that... thank you. Catherine is here. Catherine runs the Hayo'u account, basically, and the Katie Brindle account. She's amazing. So if anybody's interested in a free flow, come and join my class on Sunday, okay? Try it. The free class on Monday on Instagram is free every day, Monday to Friday, and it's fab. But I have to say, the class on Hayo'u Fit is even better because I have a bit more time and people know a bit more dedicated to what they're doing. Then it's a bit calmer, it's a bit more of a meditation because it's different, okay? So those classes are available to you. Join me in these practices, join me in these techniques. I promise you, we haven't got 5-star Trustpilot reviews, we haven't got hundreds and hundreds of testimonies the way that we've got, and all the multiple awards that we've won if there wasn't something going on with this brand, okay? So make this your January to self-care. Make the 1 minute resolution, okay? Try it for a minute and see how you get on, okay? Yes, the Hayo'u, my class is at 12 o'clock on Sunday, so thank you all so much for joining me. I'm having a day off tomorrow. Oh no, I'm not. I'm back here at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening on Hayo'u. So I will see you tomorrow. I'm sorry I can never remember what the next day's thing is. I keep meaning to look and I keep forgetting. Never mind. It'll be up on the stories, whatever it is. And I'll be back tomorrow at 6 o'clock and on Hayo'u Fit at Sunday at 12. Have a lovely weekend. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me.